Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy!
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the After Hours. This is our 80th episode. Oh my! I'm Carlos Silva. I'm talking with you all the way here from Miami, South Florida. And tonight, as always, I'm gonna be joined by our dear friend, our amazing friend all the way from Kentucky. This one here.
Oh, no puddles. Puddles, sir?
Oh, watch out for puddles.
Well, that warning, I think that's a genuine warning at the end. But it is awfully rainy here today, so there's plenty of puddles out there, that's for sure.
Oh, you happy?
No, I'm not happy. It's rained way too much today.
And all the way from the motherland, from Orlando, this one that I just need to use this clip here.
Houston, we have a problem.
Hey, I'll take Tom Hanks any day. Any day. And I'm happy.
You get a pink bear that
without
smells
Tom.
like strawberries, and he gets Tom Hanks. I see how it is, Carlos.
How's it going,
See how it
everybody?
is.
Buddies, let's talk Disney. How are you?
Great.
Oh, what a night. Oh,
Back,
what
baby.
a night.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. It's going to be a very special episode. And first of all,
A very special episode.
do you realize that we're in the 80th episode? We're doing that for
I
the
do.
80th time?
It's finally a number that represents my figure. So it's great.
No,
I thought he was
come
going
on.
to say his
no.
age, but
But it is amazing. We're getting close to the 100. So I think we cannot do the
Lord, don't rush us along.
We're not gonna do anything related to the 2 years. We have to start to prepare to think
We're
about
not going
the
to celebrate
100.
2 years.
Probably among ourselves, but
I can't count much higher than 2. So
but it's it's the best thing of this week is to be with you guys, particularly this week. So thank you. We're good, and we have to tell everybody we're having a special episode. It is an episode that we're gonna have a few segments, but a lot of talks, a lot of videos, a lot of discussion, and it's
Singing, dancing.
Yes,
I was not informed.
yeah, some
I will
revelations.
not be dancing on this program.
Chair dancing. It's called chair dancing.
Okay. But you know what? It is time now to say hello.
Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Oh, here we go again, per the usual. But let's welcome a few folks in.
Yes.
We have a lot of marks here, that's for sure. They're always here. Mark
All
Jones,
the marks.
Michael Camp, good to see you. Mark Williams, the other Mark. Jody Rice, Mark Jones, another Mark. Carlos,
And Michael Camp.
Mark,
Michael
look, you
Camp
made it.
is
He's on the screen.
He's in Chicago. I mean, not
He's
in
in
Chicago
Chicago?
anymore. He's in Kentucky now. He's Kentucky.
I wonder
Mike.
where he is in Kentucky.
Yeah, he's in. I don't know. It's where.
Well, we should find out. Peter Mino, it's good to see you. Jill, I'm going to butcher your last name, but I think it's Hothersall.
Jill
I don't
from
know.
the
We're
UK.
gonna find out.
You're
Yeah,
up-
exactly.
You're up
All
much
the way
too
from the-
late. Well, you know what? If you're going to be up,
Socrates.
we're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Exactly.
We do have our friend Gustavo. We do have Jeff, all the way from Texas, Jeff C.
That's right. And Jeff, I have to say this to Jeff personally. Jeff, I'm Jason Canapp, and you're not.
I don't want to know.
Mike Riley is here. He's watching us from all the way from the Tube Land, from YouTube. Yes.
I think Sammy's here from the UK too.
Yes. Mark Whiting, all the way from Washington State. Hello, buddy.
Have to say hi to my mom. Have to say hi to Michelle. Michelle's actually joining tonight, which means I need to be on my best behavior.
That's not stopped you the rest of your life.
and you know one thing, we do have Neil here too. Neil, a big hug for you. We had some good time with Jeremy and Sarah, and and it was great. We'll talk about it. Valerie is here. Everybody. Mary T. Wells.
Kyle's here. But if we miss saying your name,
Yes.
it's not because we don't love you. It's because, well, we can't
We're
go
not-
on forever.
And we're not that organized. That's the point.
We're not very good at reading sometimes.
There's that.
But you know one thing is it's good to remember that there's Ed McGowan. That's the Ed. Just to warn you, I'm from Brazil originally, so this little bit of accent there's a reason for that.
Right.
But he's
A little bit.
He's saying hello all the way from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. Hello, Ed.
Cool.
Good to have you here.
Hello.
And for everybody that is watching, you were saying, I would know that very well. What happens on a cruise is stay on the cruise. Yeah.
I wish all the excess pounds stayed on the cruise. That's what I wish.
And the other trivia that we did.
The trivia that we lost.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
But one thing, if you're watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from YouTube, don't forget to give your thumbs up. Don't forget to give your like. Don't forget to share. And if you're watching us, even if you're doing that in the replay, we'll just want to invite you for every Thursday night, 8 p.m. for you to watch us live here. If you can do that, no problem. Watch us in the replay, but don't forget to give the thumbs up. And don't forget to... Don't forget to share. And Jeff, our buddy Jeff, is here. No kidding. I've been eating all the salads. So much food.
Potato salad, pasta salad, macaroni salad.
Yeah, all the good
I don't
salads.
think any of those count as salad.
But one thing, buddies, we're gonna talk about the whole thing, the whole experience. It takes time to
All the experiences.
There's
Some.
yeah,
Not all the
there's no, but everybody was so well behaved, and I think the overall. I was overwhelmed, but we're gonna talk about it. Let me save to the go with us. Anything else to ask? I'd just like to ask another thing for those who are watching. Don't forget, if you're watching us and you're quiet, don't be quiet. Show up. Don't be
If you don't
crazy
say hi,
loud.
Carlos might cry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not this. I'm gonna be dehydrated this week, buddies. Enough for crying.
Oh, like, I don't get it.
But one thing, buddies, just to ask everybody to show up. Raise your hands. This is a really friendly community, and we would love to get to know you. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's get ready here. Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
Hello.
J-Lo in my head.
I think we're there's Mark Jones says, "Shall we talk loud?"
Yeah, I got J-Lo in my head now because he said, I'm like, "Let's get loud. Let's get loud."
I was just trying to see if our volume was too loud, but no.
Is it?
No, that's a language barrier thing.
Okay, yeah. I guess sometimes I'm too literal. That's the whole thing. Okay, so let's talk about the news. There's several news, and there's something that I think that I like to bring, not to go in too much in depth on that, but it's something that happened during the last week when we were having a good time in Disney Magic, and actually Disney top executives were also having a really good time because they announced the numbers for the quarter. And what is the main thing that we need to take out?
There wasn't going to be any math. Here.
No, but just briefly, just saying.
I can leave just as easy as I showed up.
The point is that parks and
Slide rule.
parks and resorts and experience are they double in terms of numbers from last year, and they broke records in terms of revenues and earnings. And what is important is for us that we love the parks is that yes, this is probably the star of the company right now in terms of earnings. They did really good. They did in volume. They good in the price mix. Two things that can come out of that could be some money left to be invested on the parks, or they're going to use everything for Disney Plus.
So
But yes, they're doing. They did right. Okay. And because they did right, guess what? We did have a multi-day price increase.
Well, someone had to pay for the little bit of green. We've got to finish the painting there.
Yeah, so
you gotta finish that booth.
It seems that the parks will continue to bring good numbers because yes they're increasing the price for the multi-day tickets. It depends on the different variations of the tickets, but it goes from 2.9 to almost 4% increase depending on how you see that.
Before everybody loses their mind, they do this every year. I mean, it's been this way for the last 10 years.
Last year.
But they did it earlier in the year. Was one of the
they didn't after they haven't raised it since they reopened the parks.
Yes.
From COVID.
Yes, that's the point.
I didn't know that actually.
It's almost 2 years, and
Which makes sense. I mean, all things considered.
Yeah, it's hard to do it in that year.
Yeah, and
which maybe why we've seen a little bit higher percentage jump this year.
What was the dollar increase in the multi-day ticket? I know it depends on how many.
I don't know. I didn't look.
From $20 to $30, depending on the from.
Oh, 20. I was just like, multi-day tickets are only 20 to 30. I'll be right back.
No. the variation from $20 to $30. Okay.
How much? Do we know how much the single day went up?
It
Nothing
didn't
at all so far. Okay.
For 1 and 2 days, they did not yet, but they would do it.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
It's going. All the travel agents already received the warning. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they're gonna to announce probably tomorrow, or it's going.
Usually, it's a smaller jump than the multi days, but I mean, it makes sense.
No, yes, it makes sense, and that's another thing that and I don't want to defend Disney, but I don't want to attack other parks, but other parks in the meantime already did 2 to 3 increases, and nobody talk about it. Okay.
I'm shocked it wasn't worse than it was, considering the year that we're living in.
Yes, yes. And we have to remember, bring it back the whole thing of the idea of the earnings, and just to remember that volume increase with good pricing mix. One thing that we already mentioned here in this program, in this show, is that they were testing something called price elasticity, and then getting it right.
I would just like to suggest one thing.
They're still making more money. Yeah.
I would like to suggest. I'd like to see one thing introduced.
Yes.
And that would be, I want it to be a little like church. I want it to be when I pay
Jason's
my money.
Talking church.
I want to have a little envelope, and on the back of the envelope, I want to say what I want my money to go towards. Like, I'm fine. Increase the fee. That's no problem. I'll pay $20, $30 extra. No problem. But give me the opportunity to say what I would like the money to
care
spent
for
on.
The Jason tree.
Parks, those little parks box, a little maybe harmonious deconstruction box. There's a little I would just like to direct the money a little bit towards certain things and away from other things. That's all I'm asking.
You put a bench under your tree, and you're going to pay for it over the course of the next 3 years.
You know, the taxes, when you finish your taxes, it asks, would you like to donate to the presidential election fund? And of course, everybody's like, of course I would. Of course I would. I would love for there to be a little box there where it says, just like, what specifically would you like this, like $5 to go towards?
We're going to talk specifics pretty soon. but that's one thing that I like to bring here because I'm seeing the comments about pass holders. Yeah, in Mary mentioned that they didn't raise single date or APs yet. Actually, what they're doing with APs, Mary, is that they're not even selling. So, and one thing that is important on the results that they got in the last trimester, in the last quarter, is that the fact that they were not selling APs helped a lot. Helped a lot in the mix. So we need to remember that. And that's.
But they did come back for Disneyland, though, I believe, right?
I'm not. No,
I think they started selling them again out there, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that.
And if you're an existing pass holder, you can still renew your annual pass, no problem.
Right.
Too. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
gotta put that out there.
Jill is saying Disco Yeti fun. Yes, that's another one. Okay.
Okay.
We're here to yes, and talking about the whole and going with I'm trying to take the umbrella of the earnings and everything that is going there with price increase, and guess
That's
what?
right. You know, because what they say about trickle down economics.
Yeah, and
We'll
guess
get trickled
what?
on, all right, but it won't
So
be
guess
prosperity.
what? We do have price increase, and enough good news. No, parks at capacity during President's Day. So not
But
only
that's
that,
this weekend, though, isn't it?
yes, not only that.
Yeah.
So, but buddies. Okay, President's Day. There was always a little bit.
When did you see? Is that for all, like is that for annual pass holders? Is that date?
Everybody.
Like, what is that?
Everybody.
Because are you sure?
Yes.
'Cause I literally just made a park reservation for the 21st today. No problem.
So you did it with some vacancies that show up, but this was taken from because and buddy, it was not only me that pointed out. It was some WDW Magic, Block Mickey. Everybody was talking about that. So, but even with some space buddies, one thing that is surprising me is that President's Day weekend. Yes, this was kind of busy, but not.
There's not that many people off.
Yes,
Like,
yes. And remember that what you used to have after the Disney Marathon weekend, we used to have a time that we could enjoy the parks, with the good weather, with not too much of
There's
heat,
normally about 4
and
weeks.
not many
Yeah.
people. It is packed the whole way through.
Yeah, and look what they did in March too. They added a race weekend.
Yeah. So the one thing is I'm saying is that for Disney is what they're reading is that we're increasing the price. People are showing up.
Unfortunately, a few people stop buying tickets. Maybe.
So someone is getting right or totally wrong.
It's not me, that's for sure.
Oh, totally wrong. But that it is what it is, buddies. And good. It's better like this, I think. Okay, it's better like this. Let's go to the other thing, and then to something that we're probably gonna have I hope not a heated discussion, but let's talk. Let's talk about the night shows research, because
This is pretty interesting, though.
Yes. And what's going on is that Disney guests are receiving their usual surveys, but there are two specific surveys that are requesting opinions and a direct comparison between Harmonious and Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, and in the other one, Enchantment and Happily Ever After. So they're going directly to compare the night shows.
Which, to my understanding, is the first time Disney's ever done that without going shows.
Yes, there was there's some different blogs that are talking about that, but there was one specific, and I will not hide, and I would say this is the one it's called This Unplugged, the one with Jim Hill and Len Testa.
No, that's the wrong podcast,
sorry.
isn't it?
No, Disney Dish, no?
Yeah.
Disney
yeah,
dish. Sorry,
yeah, something.
Disney dish. Sorry.
As long as we get the title right,
Yeah.
we're good.
The Disney dish with Jim Hill and Lancaster. They went a little bit further on discussing that, and I think it was pretty interesting. But the whole idea that they're bringing that is that probably it is the entertainment and shows area department in the parks. They are requesting that research in order to get approval for some investments in both shows. And the idea is to try to fine tune or to master tune in some cases the shows to in a way that will appeal to everybody. Okay. And one of the things they're starting to talk about a lot is that probably sooner or later we're going to see, and actually sooner than we expect, we're going to see Harmonious with something like Encanto song, and probably Encanto finish. So the idea is that they want to retwickle the whole and twickle the whole finish thing in Harmonious that is a finish that nobody knows that is finished. So they will have that something like Encanto to help on that. What do you guys
It's
think?
interesting they're comparing it to Illuminations, though, too. Because that makes you think that potentially there's some... Obviously, we're seeing there's pushback on it, but that there's something internal that they're considering, too, at some point. Be it grand scheme, be it small scale. It makes me wonder if they might do something for, like, a food and wine festival or something like that that's Illuminations-esque with the new things. But, I mean, they've done similar things with Disney California Adventure, where they brought back Soarin', stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some kind of iteration of that. That's just purely guess on my part, but it maybe come of nothing. But at the same time, it's interesting that they would ask that question then do absolutely nothing with it potentially. Clearly, there's some pushback that's happening both internally and externally that we've both seen and probably not seen. Going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk, and for instance, March Jones, the shows need emotion. I have to tell you, I really like Harmonious, and I think that it needs some adjustments. In the end, it needs a major adjustment. I'm not totally against this structure. I already told everybody I like big production, so even with the impact that structure gives to the World Showcase Lagoon, I still like that. My issue is actually with the show itself. So I think the stage is right, the effects are great, but it needs to get a better show. What happened?
It's sort of like saying, look, the building's wonderful. The ride vehicles are amazing.
The show just sucks.
No, I'm not saying that sucks. I'm not saying that sucks. I need that some major adjustments are required.
Do you think?
Yes. I never lied to you guys. It's not that I didn't like Illuminations, Reflections of Earth. I was.
Watch. Be careful what you say next.
I was a big fan of previous versions of Illuminations. That let me put that way.
Yeah, he liked all the free music version. He liked all the Beethoven and Mozart stuff.
Too. Yeah. Also.
The one that I don't really get is that they're asking they're asking a question about Happily Ever After versus the new show at Magic Kingdom. That one kind of surprises me because I don't think it's gotten quite as much pushback as some of the others. Yeah, and obviously probably is the easiest one to
growing
change,
on me too,
adjust. But
I got to tell you,
yeah,
which
I've
one?
not heard much happening.
Enchantment's
on that
growing
as far
on
as
me.
People,
Yes.
really.
Yeah, the more I've seen it several times. I've seen Harmony several times too. That actually just gets more irritating. But Enchantment actually is growing on me.
I mean, that's kind of why it surprised me because you don't hear too much after like the initial buzz wore off on that. People seem to kind of quiet down on it.
If they put some Encanto in Enchantment, Enchanto, it'll be amazing.
It is the same thing, no? Encanto, Enchantment is the thing.
It's the same thing.
Encanto is Enchantment.
I just think that I think that they need to do they need to like take
What?
Harmonious and just completely redo it. Just pull it out of its roots. If you like the structure, leave the structure. It's fine. I know we're not getting rid of that for the next 7 to 10 years anyway. It is what it is. But just come up with a new whole thing, and maybe consider possibly, I don't know, maybe doing something that doesn't require standing in one particular position in World Showcase to enjoy the full show.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's new. I know it wasn't well known that World Showcase Lagoon is a circle. I know that it wasn't well known that there are blind spots in certain areas and trees that are, I get it. I know it wasn't really known that both the pontoon boat parties, and the dining availability, one of the most popular dining, like dessert party areas, happens to be right there at the bridge between the UK and the France
Are
Pavilion.
they still doing the pontoon thing?
They are, which is ironic. It's just I feel so bad when I see those people just like coming in, like, oh god,
Tucked
they think they're
behind
gonna
an
get a great
island.
show. You can't. No, but you can't see the
They
ring.
still put them under the bridge there where they used to
Yeah,
light
but
them up?
which was fine, but you can't see the ring now.
Yeah.
You can't from that
That's
perspective. You
weird.
can't see the ring.
I thought they
It's
would
so
have put them in a different spot or something.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You can't
Yeah.
just move the ring or something. It's
But one thing is
Yeah, we don't hide our opinions on this show, Jeff.
it's
No.
a circle. But I changed colors because of it.
But one thing,
It's getting blue.
one thing. Let's
Violet's
hope
turning violet.
let's hope that they
Here, I'll fix it.
let's hope that they get a really really
It works.
good results in the research, and that we get it fixed and better. Okay, I think
We don't talk about Bruno. That's all I'm saying.
What?
But then I have to mention
Or,
that
Collin Kendall. Wait a second. Collin Kendall. Have you not seen Encanto?
No, I haven't. I told you that like 2 days ago.
You gotta see it. It's oh.
Let's say it hasn't changed in the last 48 hours that we've talked about this.
I like that song, and I just don't quite understand the whole hype with that song, and I think probably
Which song? All the songs?
no the songs are great, but that particular song, we don't talk about Bruno, the way that it
Wasn't there
got
some comments? Oh, go ahead.
how it got to the number one now. It says, I think it's a combination, because if you only listen to the song, it looks like a patch of 3 songs together, but then if you watch the sequence in the movie, it turns out so beautiful, probably because it's the most theatrical part of the movie, but it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, there were some comments this week. I don't remember where they
Why?
came from, but like Lin-Manuel Miranda said something about putting it on Broadway or something.
No, it's
or
totally
that
built
he'd
for
like to,
Broadway.
or something.
That part is
It is so built. It is so built for being on Broadway. Oh,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
but
Great.
but
Great.
to-
You could, oh.
But I cannot leave that part of the news without talking about the whole thing of what Jim Hill brought, the information that the song that they used to finish Harmonious is called Someday, from the
Oh.
Hunchback.
I didn't realize it was from Hunchback until I heard that and heard that podcast. And right, it's from Hunchback, but it's not just from. It's actually not from Hunchback. It was written for Hunchback, but it was actually edited out. It actually never showed up in the movie
because
at all.
they said they
too
would bring the
sad
mood
or
down. They took out the movie because it was bringing the mood down of Hunchback of Notre Dame. And it's bringing
also-
it, and they put in Harmonious
Also,
to finish.
something I don't know if you've listened to the words, which if you're watching Harmonious, if you haven't tried to exit the park in advance, and you're listening to them when they're talking about
If you're
someday,
not running
one of
with a trail of fire.
the lines, some of the words in that song, like someday the world will be fairer. Like, no, it won't.
Did
Why are
you
you
live
selling-
through 2020?
What are you selling here? You just raised the prices. Someday the park prices will go down. No, they won't.
No.
Someday I'm
like
gonna get a
this.
reservation.
Come on.
No, you won't.
And I
For
have
just
to tell
10 cents a day,
just to
you
open
can sponsor
up
a Disney
just
fan in need.
my dear audience, let me put here, my dear audience. This day, no, 2 days ago, I received a video for our friend Silva from Brazil, a video about the Marvel superheroes shows in Disneyland Paris. A beautiful video. I was so hyped, and then I sent it to Jason.
It was 20 minutes long or 40
to Jason. It was the whole show. I sent it to Jason and to Collin. Jason destroyed the video that I loved. Destroyed.
No. What I said was, I think I said something like, "Does this ever stop?" It was the longest fight sequence. It's well done. It's cool looking, but it's like one of those. It's like one of those things. You're watching a movie sometimes, and there's that battle sequence, and you're like, why? Like, what is this? Why? Like, is this going to end?
You want to what? At some point, you want to what? That they
is this going to turn into? It looked like it was going to turn into a dance at one point. I got all excited about it. I was like, oh, they're going to dance and sing.
Yeah.
No.
It happened in another show that they danced another one by the dust.
It's just too long. It's just too long. Plus, half of it's in French. What is it with Disneyland Paris? And they love putting half of the stuff in English. And just pick a language. Just pick a language. We have no problem over here doing that.
We just speak English.
If you look, you're Disneyland Paris. Put it on French. That's fine. That's reasonable. But when you start speaking in English and then you switch to French, now I'm curious. Like, am I hearing something new, or am I hearing? Is it repeat? I don't know. And maybe I'm missing something. I'd rather just know that I'm missing everything.
Rest of the show.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Welcome to my world, buddies. Let's move ahead. And then Caleb was talking about that. Caleb, let me bring this because Caleb, where is his comment here? I saw here. It's way back down. But Caleb was asking about this. Oh no, it's not.
I'm gonna say maybe he wasn't.
It was. It's something that will come up in the field. Sorry, I changed.
Are we gonna?
Good try,
which are we
Carlos.
talking? Which are we
this
talking about? Are we talking about the thing that Caleb was talking about?
No, we're gonna talk about the thing about Caleb.
We're talking about Caleb. I'm so sorry, Caleb. I'm not sure if you got the memo or not. But we're talking about you today.
Caleb's subject.
This is your
he
segment.
requested. We're gonna talk later, but let's talk about this.
Oh.
They took this picture next to I-4, and
this is not Caleb's issue. This is not Caleb's thing.
This is the Trump vehicles arriving for Trump.
No, I just want to be the guy who gets to take all I want. Look, I don't even need to be. If I had to choose, hey, would you like to be able to ride the attraction on the very first day, or would you like to be able to be the guy with the little razor blade who gets to go around and just like cut open all the plastic on those ride
it's
vehicles?
Like peeling the plastic off a new iPhone.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen. You cut that, and it's gonna just go open. So satisfying.
So for future reference, Carlos, we're gonna wrap Jason in cellophane.
No, I need to be on the outside.
Cell phone wrapping.
Mr. Asians is talking about the Marvel show. It's what Selfie's saying. Oh, Selfie's here. Hello, buddy. And
I'm sorry that you walked in on this point of the show.
But what happened is we have Southern Disney Bell is saying hi, Collin and friends. Hi,
Hey, Linda. Good to see you.
And so continue with the news. World Celebration is moving fast.
Is this the Caleb thing, or is this a different?
No, it's not the Caleb thing yet.
Okay, just make sure.
Okay. I will tell you when is the Caleb thing.
Okay.
Actually, it's going to be the next one. Okay.
You're not sure.
Not this one, but the next one, the one after this one.
So World Celebration is moving fast on, and as we already mentioned in previous shows, as I mentioned, I think that we're gonna see that ready for summer, along with the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction, and it was always good to have that place open and okay, and ready for the Food and Wine Festival that I guess supposedly
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. and it will be great. And can you imagine? Can you think about Epcot with all the black walls and all the?
Yes, I call it 2019.
Jason wants a time machine.
You remember, Colin? Do you remember?
Growing
when we could just
pains.
walk straight through. Do you remember when you would lay on the ground and take pictures, really close pictures of all the fiber optics? Remember that?
And I hope they're back.
Sadly, I
back.
remember it
laying
all
in the
too
dirt.
well.
And I hope they'll be back. I hope they'll be back. That's
I hope the minerals from the dirt glistens the same way.
We'll probably get a projection instead.
No, don't. Okay, so let's go now to Caleb's request. Okay, Caleb requests us to talk about this thing here. The Story Living by Disney that was announced yesterday by our buddy, our friend, our favorite executive, Josh D'Amaro. He's
Jason's
back.
favorite person.
He
Show that
disappeared.
picture again.
He-
Show that picture again.
He disappeared for a while.
Okay. All I can think of looking at this picture. Now, this is in Palm Springs, right? That's where the planned development is. I know you're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it actually Palm Springs? Isn't it like
Or-
right next door?
It's like,
It's Coachella Valley.
Yeah,
And
I
the
don't
name-
remember what they called it. They
So,
called it something else, but yeah,
La Boca Vista.
Rancho Mirage. That's what
La
I'm
Boca
looking for.
Vista. So all I can think of is that reservoir that you see they show pictures of every year. It's just getting lower. The water level's lower and lower. What was that, Lake Mead or something, where it gets lower and lower because the Colorado River's drying up. Then like so 10 years from now.
It's just our geography lesson for the day. What's the point
It's
here?
gonna be a sand pile.
The idea is that it's not going to be a regular lagoon.
Oh no.
No, they're gonna do a crystal lagoon.
You know what's missing though? Honestly, can you go back to the again? You know what's missing? Tacos and a big ring. We got to put tacos and a big ring in there.
No.
I mean, why would you design a lagoon that's pristine like that? I mean, why wouldn't you put some big pieces of equipment out in the middle of it?
Colin, he's becoming grumpier and grumpier.
No, I think why not
I
build
hear-
on your successes? That's what I'm saying.
But one thing that I have to tell is that I was reading an article in USA Today about that whole thing, and one thing is clear is that Disney is not owning the property.
Which is great to hear, in my opinion.
Disney is not selling. Disney is not building. Disney is planning and helping on the concept and on the customer and the client experience there. Okay.
Have they said anything about what this is going to cost the consumer?
Not
is
yet.
it worse than Golden Oak?
Not yet, but I'm leaving. I used to play volleyball, and I'm
Good to
doing,
know.
I'm preparing the ball like this, and now it's time to Jason just to cut it and to strike the point.
Wait.
Jason, why don't you do the comment what you did today about what do you think about the surveys?
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, well, for me, once we read this news, it became clear to me why they're asking, and maybe some of our friends with us tonight have experienced this too. In surveys after you visited Walt Disney World, in my case, it was after the cruise. One of the very last questions, maybe the last question that they ask in the survey, is what is the total value of your household assets? Like they even list that, like they want to know everything: stocks,
I want to know how many people answer that
property,
question.
jewelry, all the equipment you have sitting in your closet, Jason, all the stuff. They want to know like all the things. What's the cumulative asset value of your household? It's the weirdest question to get, and I heard this reference in another podcast. Someone else was getting that question too, but I hadn't seen it until after the cruise, and now it makes sense. It totally makes sense, because it's a they want to know for marketing purposes probably. Mm-hmm. I mean, like related to this. I mean, because these are going to be expensive properties.
Selby said, Jason
sure.
today is looking like Grumpy Scrooge, MacDuck, and Mickey's Christmas Carol.
I will take that as a compliment.
Jason, go make a cup of tea to calm your nerves.
I don't. The pot's empty.
He's drank the whole thing trying.
Oh my gosh. That
I'm
would
all
be
red
none
now.
of the. Yes, that's what I said, Mark. If they ask me that, they say no way.
I will skip this question.
Yeah. Why?
He's raising the white flag over
Yeah,
there.
That's what I was doing.
He's surrendering.
Okay, as we are all so happy with the subject, let me bring
If
something.
they want somebody to test one of these properties, I'd be happy to fly out there for a few weeks.
And let me bring something just to say that I'm bringing this because I hope that Colin and Jason will help me to understand. But
Probably not.
Mike White was appointed to lead the metaverse strategy for Disney. This Mike White is an executive that is already for 10 years in the company, and is going to be reporting directly to Josh DeMaro, our buddy, and to Karen. I cannot remember Karen, the one the executive for this media and distribution.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, explain me.
I know you're trolling now.
No, I'm not trolling. I really don't understand. I just
No.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be the metaverse strategy?
What do I think is going to be the metaverse strategy?
Yeah.
There is no.
I don't even think they know at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they've also been searching for. This has been public. They've been searching for somebody to lead their NFT program as well. So, which is the
Which is an interesting thing for Disney.
Disney has already sold some NFTs as kind of an experiment, but I think that
With Marvel, correct?
I know there were characters. There were
look
and pictures. There were some pictures that they were selling that way. But I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's too early to speculate. I don't know. I'm not going to get on my. I'm not going to get on my. So I will share my thoughts on Saturday with my friends.
That's going to be a joyous time, I'm sure.
As I'm not aware of anything on Saturday, I'm assuming that I'm not your friend.
Well, the other friends.
Okay.
My company
Well,
chair
if
friend.
I could
Okay, I
be
got it.
sidelined from Jason's NFT rant, I don't know.
Jeff,
No, I am a big. I actually like NFTs. I actually think NFTs, especially for like the work that Colin does, I think NFTs are really important and potentially game changers.
Potentially.
But I think that the
It's so much unknown right now.
Mr. White, who has teeth to match, is going to be interesting to see. I actually am more concerned about the dual reporting structure that JPEG keeps doing, where he has people
Yes,
reporting to
that's
different people. And
Isn't Mr. White a Bond villain?
don't give me those. I'm just gonna stop.
but the dual reporting is always a challenge.
Not a it doesn't work.
You know.
I don't know what Harvard Business Review articles they're reading, but it doesn't work.
No, it's crazy. Particularly in that level,
No.
is war.
No, it's one thing's clear: they're just trying to get somebody to leave.
Or a frying pan.
Anyway, it's all fine. Everything will return to normal in about 3 years. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Just enjoy
That
the
was
ride.
a light news of the week section. Yeah, it was so.
Megan's asking if they make Figment popcorn bucket NFTs. Yes,
That would have been brilliant.
You still have to wait in line for 5 hours.
But
That's
but you know one
what
thing,
makes them so valuable.
as we talk about comfy shares and things like that, why don't we? We're doing like Jason as the one who's bringing.
Please let this news be brought to.
The news were brought by Jason Canapp.
I knew that was coming. Talk about a setup. This crummy news segment was brought to you by Here at the Magic.
It's buy one, get one free.
We're here all day, folks.
You know, it's funny. It's funny. With all the things with harmonious and it's me. Here at the Magic.
How quickly can we channel in the quiet moments of joy?
Okay, go, buddy.
They're not on the World Showcase
I feel
Lagoon.
like
I
Jackie
can assure you that
Gleason,
much.
Smokey and the Bandit Part 2. So, folks, two things I want to talk about. Number one, tomorrow. It's Friday. It's Fun Shirt Friday. Don't forget. And on the lunch break tomorrow, if we have the right card, on the lunch break tomorrow, we are going to be, I would say, like elevating the experience just a bit. We're going to be virtually experiencing Disney from an elevated point of view. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you're just going to have to stop by 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow here at themagiclive.com. And
I don't
Eastern,
believe that you're doing that.
I don't know what you're just gonna have to stop in and see.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also brand new episode of Soundscapes this week. If you're not sure what Soundscapes is, ask your kids. I'm sure they know. I'm just kidding. Go to wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Ponto Podcasts, all the podcasts, and search for Soundscapes by Here with the Magic. This week we are going to be taking you to, or we have taken you to, this beautiful hour-long moment on Bay Lake, just sort of the Bay Lake part of where Contemporary Resort meets Bay Lake. It's sunrise, it's delightful, and it's a great way to just kind of, well, I don't know, recover from this episode of After Hours.
Brought to you by Jason Canapp.
I'll be listening to it on the way home.
To point out,
I'm not only the president, I'm also a customer.
hey buddies, no.
So where do we go from there?
Well, wherever we go, you know,
It has to be up. I mean,
no, they will go with us. They go with us. I like the segue.
They're bolted to the seats.
exactly.
Buddies, so the idea here is to talk about and we have different scenes and different videos from the whole experience that me and Jason, actually some buddies that are watching us here, we do have Jeff was there with us, Mark was there with us. I don't know if Christine is here, because Christine.
I don't know. I haven't seen Christine in here, but she's a member of the. Yeah, she's a member of the community for sure, and she was there
too.
Son.
Oh, Andrew is watching us. Andrew was there too, and it was an amazing time with with Disney Cruise Line and in the Disney Magic for the Marvel Day at Sea cruise.
It was my first Disney cruise.
Yes, mm-hmm. And it what we could say, it was great. It was an amazing experience. For me, it was something totally different because it was the first time I was doing a solo cruise, a solo but not solo.
No, it was Marvel cruise.
Yeah, but it's solo but not being solo because I don't
think he understood that joke.
But the solo not being solo because I was not even a single moment alone there, so it was great.
How many cruises have you been on before that, Carlos? Disney cruises?
This is my eighth cruise.
Disney cruise.
I want to say there's a lot.
Wow. And Disney Magic.
Do you have any money left?
Disney Magic is the only one that I repeated. I've been to all the Disney, the ones that are sailing up to now. All the ones, but the Magic is this was my fourth time there, I think. Yeah. Mm. So it was an amazing cruise. One of the best in terms of services. The service.
Oh, the cast members were amazing.
The cast members were amazing.
Yeah. The stateroom was incredible.
And it's
And
always
was this one of the cruises that was capped on a occupancy too?
Very much so. About 1/3 capacity.
That makes a
Yeah,
difference.
but you didn't. I mean, but at the same time, because the theater, for example, the Walt Disney Theater, there were the rows were separate. Like each row was staggered, so similar to what you saw in, say, Carousel of Progress, in
Magic,
Walt Disney
something
World,
like that.
where they would have like the rows separate, like one row people, one row no people, and then even between groups there were 3 seats between each group. So even though you had a limited capacity, it was still.
It
You
didn't
had
feel
to
like a
limit
ghost
capacity to be
town.
able to.
Yeah.
Right, and they have you washing your hands on the way in to say cabanas. So I don't know how you could possibly do that if you had normal capacity on the ship, because it would
You'd be
too
in
much
line half your
bottleneck.
time.
and
But with this capacity, actually wasn't an issue. I never experienced a line really anywhere, except to get into the theater.
and we had, for instance, Castaway Kate was.
Can you
the
hear that
island-
rain?
Yeah, no, but the
Okay,
Castaway,
good.
the Castaway Kate was out. The island was for ourselves. It was just like, enjoy it. Is always for you. No lines. No. It was.
Well,
amazing.
there was food lines.
A little bit, but for instance,
that's
you
'cause
get
you got
the-
in line like
the
6
prison
times,
food line.
Jesus.
The prison food line was pretty long.
but for
Castaway
instance, I was eating with Jeff in
You were
Seren-
in the federal prison food line. I was in the state prison food line.
I was in the Serenity Bay area, so it was amazing there. But the one thing that to mention about capacity, yes, in terms of guests, we were 1/3 of capacity. But talking with the cast members, I got to know that in terms of the crew, they were actually with a higher number than the usual for the crew, because they were using those cruises. They are using now those cruises to train people for the Wish, and actually even more crew is supposed to arrive, and they're gonna be close to 45% up the number of the regular crew, just to have them being trained for Disney Wish during this period now. So they're training people for the Wish in the Magic during this time. Actually, not only in the Magic, but in the Dream too. They're doing a lot of training in the cruise now. So you have extra people for a low number of guests. It was paradise. It was paradise, and you could have moments. And let me share the first video with you guys, because I think.
Is this the one? You're clothed in this one, right?
No. This one is not. I'm
This
gonna
isn't
be
him running
showing.
down the
Actually,
hallway.
is the one that is one that I already posted in the Pontos in Ponto Orlando. But I'm gonna bring the whole raw version, not the edited version.
Oh, the raw. Yes.
Of the love
Eddie
encounter.
Murphy.
Of the love encounter. And that's a good example of how one of the good things about Disney Cruise Line is if you like to interact with characters, or to see the characters, you're gonna see something like this. And remember that I mentioned to you, Jason, I just got this video. I got the video.
He was so excited. He was so excited.
And the whole thing with and the other thing with the characters is how, for instance, for the Marvel Day at Sea, you're gonna be able to meet the Marvel heroes, but not only that, you can see Mickey,
Wave to him.
Mickey, Minnie, and all the other Disney characters dressed as Marvel fans. So take a look like this.
And
Our mics are hot, so we can talk now. Look, Mickey in Captain America.
I saw him like this. I didn't realize that was a Marvel.
Yeah.
Playing for the Athletics.
And look, Minnie in Spider-Man.
I don't get this one.
And Donald Duck as Hulk.
I do
Smash
like her leather
and-
jacket though.
Yeah.
It's a little insensitive considering it's made of cows and stuff. But
It's a duck, not a cow.
Clarabelle. Yeah, but Clarabelle's. She's gonna see Clarabelle later, and it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be awkward. Just saying.
Maybe it's pleather.
Mary, Minnie,
Maybe.
Minnie was Minnie. I will bring Minnie again just for you to understand. Minnie was doing his Spider-Man. Look, Spider-Man.
When has Spider-Man ever been pink?
Yeah, but for Minnie, you can allow that. Minnie, you can allow that.
Could have been Black Widow.
But let me bring this first video. Is our experience, experience in Castaway Cay. Can I show that?
I don't know. Can you?
You guys.
If you insist. Is everyone clothed in this video?
No, no.
Was I wearing my cover up?
You were
the mesh.
No, you were wearing the undershirt. You were wearing the undershirt. The Tommy Bahamas undershirt.
Good.
Okay.
It's not an undershirt.
Yeah, that one is an undershirt. And I will do the following. I'll turn the mic on so you can.
Oh, great.
Okay, so the mics will be hot. Hello. We're here.
The hair is great.
And we're only showing from this part up because you don't want to see. We're wearing thongs. So one thing. I'm gonna
undershirt and the whole cruise.
Castaway Cay, and so what we're gonna do right now is to show you some special places that we found out here in the 2 days, the 2 different days that we've been here. And anything else to that? No, we had an amazing time. Actually, we were relaxing. The whole idea was to enjoy the place, and there are a few things that we're gonna show and to share with you in our after hour community and in our after hour show. Thank you. Oh. The 2 days that we got in the island were amazing. No clouds at all. Was amazing.
Couldn't wait for the tram to go by.
Look, Jason, they put your face on a buoy.
Good.
Look,
David buoy.
Look how crowded it was.
Packed.
That's because you got there before you
No.
hopped off the ship before you were allowed to.
No, that was
He
late.
ran.
You and that little girl.
That was around 10:30 a.m.
I never saw it not that. I mean, that was. Was this the first day or the second day?
This is the second day.
Was it lunchtime?
No.
Did you steal Mickey's car?
Did you try that one? Jay, did you try this?
No, I didn't try that.
Me too.
You had to get near other people for that. I was there. There you can see me. You can see where the island turns all the way up there. Oh, you missed it.
Oh, I'm showing this smoothie place without audio.
Oh, look, it's all off.
Yeah, that place I've been many times. It was for smoothies.
I didn't get any spoons.
And
It's so far away.
and then the bad thing, I have to comment here.
Oh, no shirts of Jason's size.
Yes, that's the only thing that I have to point out is that they are having huge issues with logistics for the merchandise. So
It was so bad, Carlos was forced to show the towels.
yeah, I was trying to buy. Now the only thing I could buy was the plastic buckets for me to play in the sand. So and I bought that cap.
Oh yeah, the one you were wearing.
Yeah. And
Did you run the 5K?
Did you run the 5K? No, he didn't run the 5K.
some hey love. And I was trying to buy. I was crazy to buy this fun shirt here. This fun shirt
too.
Yeah, that one is with all the places from Castaway Cay, but no, not in my size. Only if I fit small or medium.
I would have been covered.
And yes, that was me riding the bicycle. That's fast. That was... Whoa. Too loud. Oh, and that is the pathway that you go to a place, an amazing place, amazing place.
Did you get eaten by the? Did you get bit up by the little gnats?
No, it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I love this place.
It's pretty out there by the water, but if you go back into the area by the bike racks, you'll get eaten alive.
No, that doesn't happen to me.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You stand there long enough trying to avoid being in your 360 video.
Oh, that's why.
Was this where you take off?
Yes. And this is the Serenity Bay area. You know, I had some good caipirinhas with Jeff. With Jeff there.
I don't know.
Look, in this place. This is the place.
Yeah,
for
I went there
caipirinhas.
one time with my bike, and then Marcus and Mark made me leave. And I never got to go to that bar.
There was a guy named Sergio from Colombia who did amazing caipirinha. And a mojito too. And this
look at that!
This is the place to have the food there. Yes, look, and with steaks. Look.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't get any of that.
Oh.
Donald's butt.
You're welcome.
Presenting the backside of Donald.
Hello to our buddy Fred Abley that is showing up here. Hi Fred, how are you, buddy? But Jason, that's why I love the Serenity Bay.
It's great, but if you go with kids, you can't go there. Even kids who are like Henry's 16, and he can't experience it. And I don't understand why there's not something in between. I don't understand, because I got to tell you, look, I had a great time on the Disney cruise. Castaway Cay was fun for one day, but I don't understand why. It's not a good food experience.
No.
At Family Beach, right? The cookies, where they don't serve any cookies. Well, actually, they do have cookies. That's besides the point. I don't like what happened between something like why can't you just
probably
bring
so you
the
don't
people
turn into the
whoever
Colin,
ride your bicycle and you
can
can't
feel
ride.
the
whoever cooks the food on the ship.
You can feel the magic coming. Look, the magic is coming.
Just bring them to the
It's like
island.
glitter that's
They did a great job over there. They probably do a great job over here. Just bring them.
Yeah, but the food in Serenity Bay was amazing.
Oh, it looked great. When I'm on work release, I'll let you know how it was.
But one thing, another thing that we experienced a lot was trivia. Let me show this. Okay, so we're here in the Phantoms, I think is the name of the place. This is a place they're going to have a 80s music trivia game. It is hot. Okay, so the mic is hot. Here's Michelle, Jason there, and we're going to compete the thing against. Let me show here. I think we're gonna compete a bit against. This is Brad. Brad is Liza's husband.
It's on.
It's oh, you're recording.
Yes, I'm recording.
This is good. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them good.
Yeah, and we lost for them.
We did pretty well.
And
Mr. Canapp is also gonna help us there. Let's see. This is the one to beat. Brad and Lisa.
Oh, we've just decided as long as we beat them, then we win?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's the moral accomplishment right there.
Oh, she was great.
Yeah, it was the best. One of the best things of the cruise.
Yeah.
Hello. I just saw all of you at the door, so hello again. Hi. We are going back like car seats today, people. You understand? I'm taking you back to everything you blocked out in therapy. Are you ready to go? We're doing a music trivia from the 1900s. 1980s.
And you can see Amanda. Amanda is in the back there.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Yeah. Oh, Tisa, Jill knows her.
Did you film the entire thing?
No, it's just.
What's the group's name?
Queen.
Sing it, y'all. Sing it.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh, good lord.
Oh no.
We had some really fun time. There was some nice trivia. There were some others that were not so nice. we got
Like the
close.
movie music trivia?
Yes.
We got robbed?
Yes.
In other words, you got the answer wrong.
No, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Like Bohemian Rhapsody was a song. They played like a little bit. You had to guess the song, right? It was clearly Bohemian Rhapsody, but then want to know the movie that it's from.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, yeah, but also any number of like another dozen movies that it's been featured in. Like seriously, Wayne's World for one.
Yes, Wayne's World was.
Anyway.
Mark, no.
He's still better.
These are the outtakes.
It's right.
And there was another thing. There's another video that I have here. Is that and I like to show how was our table. And actually, the good thing is that the group, the WDW Radio's group, Lou and the friends, we took over the first seating in our restaurant. So in that area was basically us for the seating. So it was, and I'll give you one example of how it went. Let me see if it's the right one. Yes.
Hello. You know one thing? We're here in a special place. We're in this beautiful restaurant.
Mics are hot.
And it's our last night in the Marvet Sea cruise. And guess who's next to me? And I like to show there's some celebrities here. Yes, yeah, we have some celebrities. Let me show our table.
Marcos!
He looks so thrilled right now. Oh, I'm so happy to be on camera.
Wait for everybody, our friends here. Look here, the Canapps, the little Michelle, Henry, everything.
Look, Christine in the back there.
But let's do a walk around. First of all, look here. Say hi to a friend.
That's Christine. Yes.
Hello.
The sun. It's a
You're
lovely.
gonna be live in after hours. We're gonna show up on there.
Carlos is like
And
that
not
guy
only
at the
that,
baseball
look here.
game.
Yes.
Camera
It's
around.
Oh, buddy Jeff.
Our buddy Jeff.
It's like, please just leave me alone.
And Jody here. Look. Say hi.
I was a thin man before I started this cruise.
Now he's eating macaroni and salad.
I'm doing a social
Walk around.
and there's also another one that I want to show you. It is David. Look here. David.
Yes, Carlos.
This is for after hours.
Everyone.
David is what?
Poor Dave.
Great. And also our dear friend Andrew.
Andrew is watching us.
Andrew Prince.
Andrew,
Yes.
this is for after hours. Say hi to our
Hello,
friend.
everybody.
Thank you.
It was so great. It was so great meeting him.
And talking about celebrities, very special people. Look what a handsome guy.
That's generous.
Not
This
that
is
guy.
for after hours.
The guy that destroyed the trivias.
So we're gonna show up next Thursday. No, next Thursday, but the other one. We're gonna be live, not live, but we're gonna be in video there. Say hi to our friends there.
Hi, everybody. After hours.
I just want to eat my food, please.
And Jenna was eating.
I'm sure she loved that.
And finally, I think I'm finding everybody
just
here, but there's someone else that I want to show you guys. It is our friend Mark.
Mark and his wife there.
His wife. And we're doing this is for after hours. So you're gonna show up in the show there.
Mark is great. It was great to
We look so impressed.
Becky.
Hi.
It's for after hours.
Oh, hi, After Hours. You know, that's one of my favorites because it's a little more dark and twisty than our normal stuff is, so I'm all in.
That's our new
Nice to see you.
So that was our experience here with that's why we're still waiting for the food. That the experience actually is about to begin. There's a show that I'll probably do a video. I'll show you later. Bye bye.
All those days watching from windows, all those years outside of him, all that time never really knowing just how blind I've been. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted.
Wonder what they pay the guy to carry the stick.
They paid for a lot of people. No, it's not Collin. Yes. There's there's
Still waiting for my martini.
You know one thing, there were two occasions that we were in. 2 days, different days we were in Castaway Cay. One day I had lunch with I had the caipirinhas with Jeff.
Well, let's hear about that again.
No, one day I had lunch with Jeff, with Mark.
And the steak.
Mark and the steak. Yeah, I had lunch with Mark and his lovely wife, and the other day with Jeff.
Wow.
As I said to you, nobody left me alone there. And thank you. And the Canapps were so patient with me because I was like the older kid.
He gets
Mom,
lost
Dad,
easily.
Mom, Dad. But we had an amazing. And there was another thing that I'll do the following. Let's do a Marvel end of the show video, end of titles video.
Oh gosh.
You know what I do have here, Jason? I will leave one of the songs that So Duo perform.
Oh.
I recorded.
I love that.
Yes, I will put in the end of the titles as a Marvel. Let me explain to the audience. There was this duo, this husband and wife. He's from Wales. She's from Colombia.
Not like Wales, as in the area in the UK.
How'd that go again?
Let's just gotta clarify.
Well, they were amazing. They were amazing. The repertoire, they're amazing musicians, and actually they play one song, and I was so surprised to hear them playing that song because it's not known song. And what you're gonna see in the recording, Jason, is that you can hear him singing "Me Too."
Oh, were you singing while you were filming?
Yes. So it's
I'm
so.
sure he loved that.
And we were sitting, and actually, Jeff said they were really good. Jody loved them too. Yes, they were great. They were amazing. And that was. And what do you think? I think Jason gave a good idea. We should do the after hours. The after hours cruise. It is.
Would it have to be a Disney cruise? We have to talk about it.
We need to talk about it.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. We need to talk about.
As long as it's not Carnival, we're good.
it was great. So and first of all, thank you to Lou Mongello. Lou and Gianna were amazing hosts. They did an amazing job. Becky and her team too, they did great. The whole group was amazing. So it was a really nice experience and an unforgettable experience. Thank you, Jason and Michelle and Harry. Henry was my buddy for eating. Oh, no one can beat Henry.
Carlos would order. He'd say, Henry, what do you ordering? He would order whatever Henry ordered.
Yeah, I got it. No, I paid attention. The very first
night when we ordered everything.
The very first night, I ordered things totally different from him. When I said, no, this is the guy to follow, and I got it right away. This is the guy. So, and. Yeah, when it comes to food, that's the only thing that probably I notice a difference is that not the quality of the food was really good, but the variety of the menus, that was something that they could improve. But asking them,
Disneyland was the same way.
Yeah, there is still so much challenge in terms of distribution and logistics and the supply chain for them that
everywhere.
We need to consider that. There's several. Jeff is saying what? Let me see here. Where is Carlos' picture of the Deadpool? Yes. No. Thanks God there was a pajama. There was a pajama party. Pajama is in Portuguese.
Right. Yeah.
Pajama party in
PJs.
Yeah, PJ party and I was dressed with a Deadpool.
Interesting. It was a cross between Deadpool and Hugh Hefner.
Yes. So, and because that thing was so tight that I needed to use a rope. and I was using
Are we still talking about pajamas?
and I was also wearing the Spider-Man slippers. But the best one I think was Jeremy Goff. Jeremy Goff was also with the nice Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. He was right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that it?
No, it's not, because this one was brought to you by.
Or is there more? We're going long.
No, this one was brought to you by Collin Kendall.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, great. I get the
guy
segment
who wasn't
that I
on the
wasn't a part of.
Because he was waiting for us.
Hey, Collin, thanks for sponsoring us on the cruise. I really
Appreciate it.
It was great.
Remember that. No, so mine's pretty simple. Most of what I'm doing is at Guide4WW on Instagram. You can check out photos there, videos, some West Coast content, East Coast content, pretty much anything Continental Disney parks. That's where it's going to show up. For the most part, that's the main things I'm doing right now. There may be a few articles show up on the site here soon. Possibly a few videos going to YouTube. So subscribe there if you're not already subscribed. But you can find me anywhere that is Guide4WW, or Collin Kendall will probably get you there. So any of your photo needs, feel free to let me know. Reach out. We could always come up with something as far as print or gift or any of the above. So feel free to reach out on that. You never know. Hey,
you need to do it, man.
If it works, I'll try it.
You need to do it, man. You should talk to. I know. I have a person you should talk to. In all seriousness. Mm-hmm.
But
that usually doesn't end well. It sounds like a bad drug deal.
No, not that guy. The other guy.
It's a different guy.
I had to measure that well. But
what are you measuring?
What's he measuring?
What I'm gonna say.
You said it was. I'm not.
Because I like the idea that we're dark and twisty.
Dark and twisty.
Yeah, I like that.
After 9 p.m.
Yeah. So, but what I'm measuring to say is that there was only one issue on the cruise. It was my stateroom. And
no.
Don't go there.
No.
It's not that late. It's still early. It's too early for this story.
No, but. Even
this is a cafe,
early in the morning when it was about there was, because of the sound isolation is not so soundproofing, there was always that you could,
the drip. I thought that was the Encanto song.
No, there was also that
Drip, drip, drip is a different thing.
No. That was the tip, tip, tip. Drip. No?
Jason, you got so totally scared, no?
I thought you were talking about something else.
No,
What's that sound? Let's get us out of this.
What's that sound? Jason, it's all on you.
Yeah. Sometimes there's no question what that sound is, and sometimes you just want it to end.
Story of my life right there.
Okay, folks, what's that sound? It's that time. Our favorite your favorite segment, my favorite segment, Collin Kendall's favorite segment.
Debatable.
On After Hours, where we will play for you a brief little bit of music or sounds. I don't know why I said music. It's almost never music. A little bit of sounds from somewhere in Walt Disney World. Yeah, they're all in Walt Disney World. Your job, should you choose to play along, is to tell us as specifically as possible what that sound is, where it's coming from. Put it in the comments, and if you guess all three correctly tonight, you and your closest friend will be invited to join Carlos Ponto Silva for a steak dinner at what's the name of the place I didn't go to?
It was the Serenity Bay.
Serenity now.
Serenity Bay, yeah, the best restaurant in the world.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have
pajamas in a row.
At least it's not in the stateroom with the sound.
He'll buy all the steaks. Right? You just have to pay to get there. That's it. Okay. Do you want to know? Should we start with number one?
Yes.
You okay? You're like
no. You know, during your explanation,
like,
during an explanation, I try to you know when you drink and then there is an overflow of water and I spill it over here, but no problem.
Yes, because you're full.
Yes, so let's go to the number one in 1, 2, and 3.
Too easy.
Oh, come on, Collin Kendall.
Too easy.
I was kind this week. I was kind.
Again.
It's Jason getting his car repaired
1, 2,
at the
and
auto
3.
body shop.
Kelly already saying yes. Probably she knows already. Yeah. Mike O'Reilly is saying People Mover. Fred Abley is People Mover. I will put it again. Sarah is saying Big Thunder Mountain. Caleb say Midway, Wedway, People Mover. People Mover. Mary saying again. I will do it again, Mary. People Mover is what Heather is saying too. I will do it again.
Too easy.
I think we can
People Mover. People Mover. Big Thunder. And now, I was
Big Thunder.
I
was just out of town.
I was Selby saying People Mover too, and Jeff. I want to say because Jeff was pushing around us with the he knows. He knows who is fielded.
It's true. It's so true because Jeff, the very first night, he was like, "Oh, you sucker! You're gonna experience." He didn't say that exactly. He was a lot nicer than I. But he was essentially like that. He was like, "Oh, now you get the feel of the burn."
So look, let's review because most of
my team.
Most of the people got it right. Ed got it right. Let's do it. What happened?
I just love our people. Like Anywhere else in the world, you go and you play this little bit of audio for somebody. They like clink, 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 clink. Like people were like, I don't know what that is. Not our folks. No, sorry.
See, Jeff. I told
I guess of Carlos being wheeled off the ship's probably accurate too. It's a similar sound.
I know. I actually think I do have that video. Like the sound of the bags rolling along the gangway to the cruise ship. Like dunk, dunk. And there's always that one person whose bags like topple over because they weren't ready for the speed bump. Anyway, now that
that's
they're warmed
me
up,
at the airport.
I think we can go to number 2.
Let's go to number 2 in 1, 2, and 3.
This is harder.
That's why.
That's the sound of me arriving in the restaurants.
Yes.
In his floral skirt.
At least he got not his beach wear.
Hi, Collin. You're great. We need Collin the cruise with us. I miss you, buddy.
Not next door.
I miss you, buddy.
But not next door.
Sarah is saying inside Peter Pan queue line. Fred is laughing. Carlos flying over the castle.
Do you want to play one more time?
Yes, let's play here.
Remember, he's scared of heights. It'd be screaming. And thank you for that mental image.
Dumbo or Peter Pan? No, Jeff is saying, or the Deadpool outfit. Yeah, it was beautiful. Tinkerbell, Winnie the Pooh, the Twinkle Twinkle coming from the tank of restrooms, Princess Fairy Tale, how cute? It's Megan what it's asking. Let me do it again.
I was thinking the Peter Pan attraction.
Mark Jones say Peter Pan Q. What do you think?
We do have some correct answers.
Yes. Collin, what do you think?
I was thinking Peter Pan.
But what Peter Pan? What? Where?
Peter Pan.
The actual attraction, not the queue. Like somewhere near that first scene.
Let's play that reveal.
Yeah. What an amazing!
I love that queue. I know that they will never ever build a queue like that ever again because they basically spent as much money on the queue as they do on an attraction. but
well, when the attraction's only like 43 seconds long,
I know it's worth. I mean, it really is. If you have not experienced the queue because you've always done the fast pass thing, or whatever they call it this year, you should definitely do it. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful, and it's such a nice thing to do to a so classic attraction to upgrading in that way. When the first time I saw it, it's amazing.
So immersive. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the third one.
Last one.
In 1, 2, and 3. Oh. So appropriate.
You know.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything.
Let me.
I can't say anything at the moment. So
I'll play it again. Okay. So we have to.
Enchantment, not harmonious.
Enchantment, illuminations of wars, not harmonious. And Selby saying, "Oh, reflections of Earth." Megan says wishes. Jill is saying illuminations. Valerie say illumination. We go on. Illuminations. Beauty and the Beast sounding.
That's just cruel.
Patricia's show at the end of Epcot. Yeah, Illuminations. By the way, better than Selby. By the way, better than
I love
Harmonious.
Selby. I always knew I loved you.
Yeah. Wishes Mary saying Illuminations. Our buddy Andrew saying Illuminations. We go on. Chris Harmonious.
Yeah, there's a few different things here. Do you want to show them?
Yes, let's show. Let's review. That's an end. That's an end.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah saying,
Can't imagine why I put that in there this week.
Bring back Illumination, Selby saying, I'm getting goosebumps. Yes, it's a great ending. At least in the end, that was a great show.
I think you're buying some steaks for people. That's what I think. I think you can buy some steaks. You guys will just have to come on the cruise.
Yeah, but you know one thing? What's that sound? By this episode was brought to you by
the vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
By Hoover. Because there's one thing that actually sucks more than this show.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that, buddy. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. No, this is a yeah. Candidate is Maria is arriving later on, and candidate is preparing.
We must have our priorities.
Yeah.
There will be. I have a feeling there will be a conversation later.
With Kanda?
No.
Yes, we're going to call your wife.
Hello.
Okay. That was brought to you by Carlos and the Pontos. Just quickly, just let me before the other noises come from there. Today is the noise episode. You can follow me at Ponto Orlando and Ponto Miami on the Pontos. The idea is that much and much more. I'm bringing reels in the Instagram, so it's easier for you guys to follow. Not so much information in Portuguese, but if you want to learn Portuguese, that's the right place. And in the other hand, I have to always remember everybody about our channel in YouTube, the After Hours Let's Talk Disney channel, with our current episode, the previous episode, some cuts from the segments. You can watch us there. And don't forget to, I will do it here, like and share our show, not only in Facebook but also in YouTube. We will fully appreciate that. Okay.
Well, we survived another one.
The 80th.
We made it.
The 80th.
Sort of.
Remember that we're gonna have a special.
What's it like to get to? Never mind.
What?
I'll ask you later, Carlos.
I'm getting closer than you, but not that much. Not that much.
What's it like from there?
Let's remember, everybody, that after the credits, we're gonna have a performance of the Soul Duel. Our friends from the Disney Cruise Line. There's a couple that and they're performing a song called "The Whole of the Moon" from the Scottish band called Waterboys. And
next week, Jason and Carlos will be performing the same show live.
Right. With special outfits.
Exactly. Buddies, the only thing I like to say,
floral skirt that he wore in Christmas.
And I won't be able to say much more than this. Jason, you're my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy.
This week you made a hell of a difference for me. And Collin, you are my brother. You're my older brother. Yeah.
Forget
and
it.
you
I
both
aged quickly.
you both cannot imagine the blessing that I have having you around, not only for the show but having you around. I'm thankful for all the support and help that you both bring to me, and thank you.
Most certainly goes both ways, my friend.
God bless you. On behalf of my dear buddies and the after hour shows, I'd like to wish you a magic rest of the week. I'm expecting a magical rest of the week for me too, for everybody. And be safe. We're gonna see you next week, and don't miss the Marvel video by the end of the credits. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Good night, guys.
See ya.
And you saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. You were there at the turnstile with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars, and you know how it feels to reach too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. I was grounded while you filled the skies. I was dumbfounded by truth. You cut through lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley, and you saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent, and you saw the whole of the moon. I spoke about wings, and you just flew. I wondered, I guessed, and I tried. And you just knew. I sighed. But you swooned. I saw the crescent, and you saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. You were there at the turnstile with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars.